Hey, welcome everybody. This is Wale Akintola coming to you once again with another live video. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can set up the DCA feature strategy on your Utrading app. It's a very simple and effective strategy that you can use to make very consistent profit in the crypto space using the Utrading application. It's also one that helps you to minimize risk and also at the same time giving good returns. So we're going to go into how to set it up, but before we do that, I would like you to subscribe to this channel so that you can get further updates whenever I release a new video. Don't forget to drop a comment below and also to share it with anybody that you feel needs to set up their Utrading bot with a good strategy. So before we go on, there are some things you need to have done on your crypto wallet, your exchange. I'm going to be using the Bybit, and the money you are going to use to trade, you first have to make sure that the money is in your funding wallet. I mean your unified wallet, not your funding wallet. All right, because we're going to be using features. All right, so make sure the money is in your unified wallet, and in this wallet I have about $100. So I want to set up a strategy using the $100. So the first thing you do is you go to your Utrading and you first click on trade. Trade is down here. This is trade right here. This is trade. Okay, so you click on trade and then make sure that your pointer, or rather your page, is on manual, because if you are using the app it can be on automatic for the first time. So make sure it's on manual. If it's not on manual, you click on manual, and when you get to manual, you scroll down to these are different strategies you can use, by the way. So the Utrading bot is actually a collection of different bots, different strategies, all in one. Very fantastic tool. So we're going to be using this one right here, which is called the DCA features. There are two DCAs. There's DCA spot, but we're going to be using DCA features, not spot. So what you do is you click on the start option. Start is right here. All right, so you click on start. Now this is where you're going to set up the strategy. The first thing you do is to make sure that you choose the right coin. By default is on Bitcoin. We don't want to choose Bitcoin. We want to set up 4 coins: XRP, Gala, Theta, and Dogecoin. But I'm just going to do maybe 1 or 2 on this video because of time. So the first thing you do is you come here to these lines right here. You click it, and then let's do XRP first. This is XRP right here. So I click on XRP. So I have changed the coin. You can now see that it's no longer Bitcoin, it's now XRP. So that's the first thing you do, change your coin, and then you come here, do it in the order in which I prescribe it, so that the parameters you set don't change as you switch from one to the other. First, click on radical. Okay, risk level is default on radical. Change it from radical to steady. So you click on steady, then you click on leverage. Right now the leverage is on ×3. We have $100. What we want to set up now is for $100. So we use a leverage of, you flick it to 10. You can use 10. Okay, the higher the money you have, the lower should be your leverage. So if you have just $100, which is not so much, use a leverage of 10 so that your profit can still make sense a little. So you click on OK. So we have set the risk level to steady and the leverage to 10. So I'm not going to bother explaining all these things, all these features here one by one. We actually have training videos on Telegram. We do trainings every Tuesdays and Thursdays if you're in my team. So we train on all these things. So this video, I want it to be short. So I'm going to go right on and just set the parameters necessary to be set. I'm not going to really explain every single one by one. So after setting the risk level and the leverage, you come over to size multiple. Size multiple is right there. So you change your size multiple to 1. Okay, you go to your size multiple. Right now it's on 1.57. Change it to 1. All right, click OK, and then your price gap, this is price gap right here. Price gap, change it to 20%. I always like to use 20%. Like I said, it's not a trading video, but that simply means if the price goes in the other direction as to your position, it gives it 20% movement before it takes another position. It's called DCA, dollar cost average. Okay, then the other features, okay, we have another one we need to set here. It's called take profit. I like to leave my take profit on default. Right now this is 1.32 is on default. Usually when it's about $1 or less than $1, I like to leave it on default, but for now I want to change my take profit to 1%. So once it has made 1%, just take the profit. You see, the thing about take profit is the higher the take profit, the longer it will take for the trade to close, and of course the more money you make. And the shorter the take profit, the quicker it takes profit for you, and the less money you make. So I rather just take profit quickly in multiple times than wait for it for a long stretch, because you can wait for a price to hit your take profit and then it just almost hits it and turns around. So I like to leave my take profit on 1 or less. All right, so the other features you see there, I just like to leave them as they are. Like I said, if you want a full training on this, there are videos on the Telegram channel that can teach you that, or you can join the live sessions. We have set the price gap, we've set the size multiple, and then we have something here called max order. Max order, that is the maximum number of orders it will take in that move. It will take only 2 trades. Now if you have something like just $100, which is what I'm using for this video, it's good to leave it on 2. If you have more money, like you have $1,000 to $3,000, then you can decide to change your max order to 3 positions, meaning you can take up to 3-4 positions on one movement. All right, but as a beginner, just follow this step by step. So the risk level is on steady, our leverage is 100. Now there's another place I really need to explain, is when we talk about cycle and single. Single means if the bot enters this trade for me and it takes profit, after it takes profit, it should wait and do nothing and wait for me to give it another instruction. All right, while cycle on the other hand means that anytime this trade takes profit, it should enter another trade automatically. So if it takes profit now, it waits for it just analyzes the market again and decides again whether it's going to buy or sell. So I like to leave it on cycle. You can decide to leave it on single if you are proficient in trading. You can just take profit once and then let the robot wait for you, and then you now look at the market yourself. If you feel the market has dipped down and you want to enter again, then you enter again yourself without the help of the bot. You could just come here and set it up again and it takes the trade for you again. That's if you're a proficient trader. But if you're just someone that maybe you don't know much, or maybe you don't have the time to come and be restarting the trades, you can just put it on cycle, in which case it keeps going on and on for you. So for this video's sake, I'm going to leave it on cycle. And then another thing I need to explain is this: there's long, there's short, there's indicator hedge, and there's indicator direction. Now let's talk about this one. Long means I want the trade to only buy for me. Long means buy, never sell. So sometimes people use this when there's a bull run and price is just pumping up. They just buy, only buy because price is moving up and they make profit. And then sometimes people put it on short alone. Although I don't know anyone that puts it on short alone, because crypto generally sometimes moves up very much. So, but that's what short means. And then there's indicator hedging. Indicator hedging means it takes a buy and a sell for you at the same time. But with this indicator hedging, you have to be careful, because that means you have to have double money in your account. Because if you take a buy and a sell at the same time, you're using the money you're supposed to use to trade times 2. So you must have like times 2 at least of the money you want to trade. So I hardly ever use indicator hedge except you know what you're doing. And then there's indicator direction. Indicator direction simply means whether to buy or to sell. Let's leave it at the discretion of the software, of the artificial intelligence. So the AI decides whether it's buying or it's selling at that point. So for the sake of this video, I am going to click on indicator direction. Let the market decide the direction. So I click on indicator direction. All right, so I used to use long alone before, but that was when market was pumping. Right, market is like going in waves, so you can just analyze the market and decide, I want to buy alone, I want to put it on indicator edging, on indicator direction. I prefer indicator direction based on what I've experienced in the last few months in the crypto market. The last part is this very, very important part: initial position. This is where we're going to calculate your risk level based on your capital. All right, now I'm going to pull out my calculator right now. I'm going to show you something. Remember we said that our trading capital is 100. I was taught this risk management strategy by my boss in this Utrading, and it works, and it's a good strategy to use. It helps you to minimize your risk. Don't risk more than 2.5% of your capital on any trade. All right, so this is how it works. Our capital is 100, right? So what we do is 2.5%. To calculate percentage is 2.5 divided by 100. Okay, so that's 2.5% of our capital. Our capital is how much? 100. If your capital is 1,000, 1,000. If your capital is let's say 700, it will be 2.5% times 700. Okay, but right now we are using a capital of 100. So 2.5% of 100, which is 2.5, times our leverage. Which leverage you did set? If you remember leverage, this is leverage right here. We set it at 10, right? So we set it at 10. So we say 2.5% times our capital times our leverage, which is 10. So $25 is what we are going to put as the risk in this trade. But remember that our original capital is 2.5%, but we're now using 25%. That's leverage. Leverage is like they're borrowing you money. They're giving you money to take bigger positions. All right, so that's the way it works. So what do we do with this 25%? We come over to the app, this place where they wrote initial position. Now you see a number here. You see a number here. Right now is on 68, and then the count in USDT is on 16.89. What you are supposed to do, look at this bar right here where it says 1%. If I decide to drag this thing to the right, you can see that the initial deposit is increasing and the count value is increasing, right? So you are going to drag this until you can achieve 25 under count, under this USD. Do you see that? If you find it difficult to drag it like that, don't bother yourself. Just come here and type a figure, change this 68 until you can achieve 25. Remember, this is the 25 we're trying to achieve, which is what we have calculated with our leverage and our capital. So if I type 90, it gives me 22.47. You can see here 22.47. That is too low. We want to achieve 50, as close to 50 as possible, but sorry, as close to 25 as possible, but not more than 25. So we can use 95. Okay, that's still okay. Let's see 96. Let's say 100. 100 is 24.9. So that is okay. You can see here that we have achieved a figure here that is very close to 25. That is how you set it. So you are taking this trade. You are using 25 USDT to take this trade. In reality, you are using $2.5 of your money, but with your leverage, you are using 25. So if you go and put it higher than 100, let's say 101, it becomes 25.2. We don't want it to be higher than 25, so we put it back on 100, right? So please, this is not complicated. It's really very simple. Now the final thing you do is you come here to initial add position. Okay, smart add position, and you flick it on. You see, it was off before. This is off. You can see it's white. When I press it again, it has turned to yellow. So that is how it is supposed to be. So that is how you set it up. I hope I know I've taken a lot of time to explain this because it's necessary. All right, so just let's go through it. Our position is indicator direction. We have set the amount we are trading with at 25. Then what else is there? We have initiated smart add position. We have set it on cycle. We have changed our risk to steady. We've changed leverage to 10. We've changed size multiple to 1. Price gap to 20%. And then our take profit, we put it on 1%. So once it goes 1% above, just take my profit and wait for the next move. So once you have done all that, you are done. You have set it up. So the next thing for you is to click on launch. Launch is down there, right there. You can see it. So when I click on launch, remember, of course, you have to change the coin like I did here initially. Remember, it's on Bitcoin by default. Please make sure you change it to the coin you want. Don't mistakenly set it up on Bitcoin. You can even take Bitcoin with some very low capital, because it's a lot of Bitcoin is heavy. So just click on launch, and that's it. It has started the trade. Now, how do I know it has started the trade? If I go down here to a bot, I don't know if you can see bot, yeah, BOT. If I click on bot, you can see that. You see that the trade is already running. The trade is already running. It has taken a long position for me on XRP. So XRP, we're expecting it to go up. Once it goes up and hits our take profit, the market waits and it starts all over again. It's that simple. So that should be the end of the video, but just for the sake of reinforcement, let me do another one. That's XRP. All right, XRP. Remember the 4 coins I said we are using. XRP, Gala is spelled Gala, Dogecoin, Doge, and then Theta is spelled Theta. All right, so to start all over again, to set up another coin, we come over to where? We come over to trade. Right, we click on trade. We make sure that we are on manual, and then we scroll down to DCA and make sure it's features, not spot, features, and then you click on start. Okay, so I click on start. Right now I'm going to do another coin. I'm going to come over here. It's on Bitcoin by default, but I'm going to change it by clicking this place to let's say you want to do let's say Theta. So I come here, I click search. If the coin is not here, if you can't see it there, just come here and type the coin, Theta, Theta. Then we click on OK. It searches for the coin. You can see it right there. So you just click on Theta right there. So Theta, it has changed it to Theta, not Bitcoin anymore. So we go again, the same process. First thing we do, we come to change the risk level from radical. We set it to steady. Okay, select steady. We come to leverage. Okay, change leverage to 10. Okay, and then max order, we leave it on 2. Size multiple, we change it to 1. Change your size multiple to 1. You click OK. And then price gap, we change it to 20%. You can use 15, you can use 10, but I just like to use 20 because it's kind of safer. So we put it on 20, we click OK. And then we come to take profit. Take profit now is 1.3. It's a bit high, although you can leave it there if you have the mind. But me, I'll just change it to 1. 1 is okay. Anything less than 1 or 1 is okay. But if you feel market is moving very quickly, very market is volatile, moving very fast, you can change it to 2 even if you like. Okay, so I change it to 1. So I've set the take profit to 1. I've set my price gap to 20, my size multiple to 1. Max order, remember, is on 2. If you have more capital, you can increase your max order. But for a $100 account or anything less than maybe 2,000 or so, or 1,000, just leave it on 2 to be safer. And then we come here and change it to cycle. It's on single by default, so we change it to cycle. We come here, we click on smart add position. Okay, we activate it, and then don't forget to change the indicator to indicator direction, meaning the market will determine the direction we'll be changing in, so that we can go and sleep and the bot does everything for us. And then don't forget, according to our calculation, we want to trade with $25, which is that much because of our leverage. That $25 is actually 2.5% of our money, but because of leverage, we're getting more money. So we come here and we try and achieve con size of 25 here, and that we do by typing a figure here until we can achieve 25 here. So we come here, it's 295 right now, and that's 16.9. Let's change it to, let's say 320. Okay, let's change it to 400. Okay, we have 22.9. Let's change it to 420. Okay, 429, 432, 433. So you keep changing that figure onto you can see that we have achieved 24.9. You can't get closer to 25 than that. So let's just leave it at that. Okay, and then what do? We just scroll through, make sure everything is set. Smart add position is on, cycle is on, parameter is on cycle, leverage is 10, we are on risk level that is steady, max order is 2, size multiple is 1, price gap is 20% or 15% as you like it. You know, it doesn't really, it's just to be safer, that's why I use a higher price gap. And then take profit is 1%. So we come here and we click on launch. Okay, so we're done. We click on launch done. And if we come down here to robot, okay, you can see it. See that the market seems to think that price is going up, so it has put it on buy trade. You can see we have a buy trade now, and we have another buy trade on theta. So that's how to set up the DCA strategy on your Utrading app. So I hope this video helps. I hope it's also not too long, but I've decided to do it slowly and carefully so that anybody can understand it easily. This is a good strategy for risk management. You are risking just 2.5 of your account on a trade. It's leverage that is helping you to achieve more, and this is something we have been using for a long time. You can put it on single or cycle if you want. Single for those that know how to trade, so they can go and be initiating the trade every time. I have another video that I made that shows how you can go and be initiating it at any time. That's why you need to subscribe to this channel, like this video, drop a comment below, and if you are not yet in Utrading, you can check the comment of this video for a link that you can sign up with, or get back to me, or get back to the person that shared this video with you. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for your time. See you on the next video. Bye bye.